very much. And Democratic Congresswoman Karen Bass is, of course, a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus and joins me now. Well, Congresswoman, thank you very much for being with us. What about the politics, the reality for the midterm elections? So you're in a safe seat, and in California, you don't have those kinds of concerns, perhaps, but in the swing districts and certainly in these Senate races, there are major concerns about what health care is going to mean for the midterm elections for Democrats.
Well, exactly right. But even in California, my seat might be a safe Democratic seat, but, you know, we have seats that we plan to pick up. And I have to say that California is an example of success, where you have a state where everybody is focused on making the Affordable Care Act workable and successful. I think the Democrats that are running to pick up Republican seats in the state of California can run on the success of the Affordable Care Act.
How do you explain it, though, thinking nationally, outside of your district, when you talk to the DNC and to others looking at this campaign, it's pretty much assumed now that the Democrats are not going to retake the House. You've got to worry about losing the Senate.
Well, and I actually don't concede that either, because I do think that there is a long time between now and November, so I'm very hopeful that we will be able to pick up the 17 seats. But what I would say to those Democrats that are running in areas where there has been an all-out effort to defeat or confuse people about the Affordable Care Act, you know, it's one thing for people to sign up, but there's lots of provisions of the Affordable Care Act that are already in place. So pre-existing conditions, caps, people being able to continue their children until they're 26. I think it's our job and our responsibility to really educate people about the Affordable Care Act and how it impacts their lives. So we do have a job to do, but I think it's achievable.
Now, the LA Times has pointed out that you've got this extraordinary number of undocumented and poor people who still will not have medical care.
That's right. That's right. In California, we certainly do. And so that is going to continue to be a burden on our system. But again, I think the big difference in our state is everybody is focused on the success. The other thing I want to say, in terms of Medicare Part D, it did take a while for that to be successful. But could you imagine if we had started off with accepting the fact that this was law and all efforts had been to make it workable, as opposed to the tens of millions of dollars that have been spent to literally confuse people about the plan? And so you didn't have that with Medicare Part D. And I think it's very unfortunate that you've had it with the Affordable Care Act.
Karen Bass, thank you very much, Congresswoman. Thanks for being with us today.